Bobby, story in The Guardian about streaming, a call to stream the Lucy Letby inquiry. This is the killer nurse.
Yes. So we went back in 2015 to 16. Letby, she'd murdered babies at the Countess of Chester Hospital. And now the families of the victims, lawyers have come out and said actually they think that they should broadcast these cases publicly. And then the reason for that is they want to stop the spread of grossly offensive conspiracy theories. Because we know in this country, and probably wider beyond, when there are cases of public interest, there are TikTok journalists and people on social media coming up with conspiracy theories. And I think for respect to these families and the babies that were murdered, they should stream the cases, so therefore people can't come up with their minds like, oh, here's what could have happened.
Yeah, it's really strange. There's a whole sort of cloud of conspiracy theory around this particular case of people saying she was unfairly convicted and so on. But it's the court case went on. It was one of the longest in criminal history. I mean, they went through everything. There's no doubt about it. I know there are other charges she may face, and there's been a piece in the New Yorker magazine about her, which you can't read in this country. Have you noticed that?
I haven't.
So they published it. Normally you can click on the New Yorker and read their pieces, and it's blocked in the UK because it would be contempt of court if it was readable here, because it says a number of things about the case that can't be said.
Could have prejudiced the actual case.
Yeah, and the reason for that is not that you can't. I mean, there are criminals in jail who have people saying they're innocent and they should get out, and that's fine. The issue with Letby is there are charges coming down the line for her, so we can't really talk in detail about her. But it's this conspiracy thing is weird. What's going on?
It's weird. I think it's just a sign of things to come, because we had it before. Forgive me, I forget the lady's name. The lady who fell into the river last year.
Jess. Oh wait, come on. Nicola Bulley.
Nicola Bulley.
Yeah.
Forgive me, but yeah, bless her, and may she rest in peace. But she had, obviously when she disappeared, it was almost like the country was up to Inspector Clouseau's and conspiracy theories. And I think it's really tough for the families involved. And it is the families here that are actually supporting this move, because I think it could be quite devastating to families to see things splashed across social media and the papers that just, are so crazy and out there. But it's what social media does.
We have it with the vaccines. We're now seeing, whooping cough, partly as a result of people not being vaccinated. There's a sort of second guessing of vaccines. There's a second guessing of everything. With the Nicola Bulley case, I followed it really closely. I mean, there you have a situation where, as you say, this poor woman just goes in the river. We're not quite sure whether it was deliberate or she fell or whatever. But then people start to say she's been murdered. And that, to the point where there was a couple who lived nearby, they're watching TV, somebody arrives in their living room with a clipboard and says, I'm investigating the death of Nicola Bulley and I need to ask you a few questions. It's just a randomer.
Yeah.
He's walking around into people's houses.
Yes, I think people see one tiny bit of evidence, information,
and
then based on it they say, I think I understand the whole case. I think, to be honest, that's where, again, on social media, we only see a tiny perspective, our bubble, and in criminal cases as well, we also see just one perspective rather than the entire...
But surely the reason they exist is that you can't always trust the authorities to get it right. And you look at the case of Jimmy Savile, for example, he was having a breakfast club in his flat every month for the police in Leeds. Now, there's something where you do need some internet sleuths to say, wait, something's wrong here. So I think as a result of cases like that, that's why people feel permissioned.